Okay, picture this. You're standing at the pharmacy counter, or maybe you've just walked into the clinic for a really crucial medical appointment. You reach into your wallet and nothing. That familiar piece of plastic, your Washington Apple Health card, is completely gone. It's a moment that can literally send a cold spike of panic right through you, right? Especially when you rely on that coverage for your everyday well-being. But hey, take a deep breath, because this explainer is going to be your ultimate rescue guide. We're going to completely demystify the Washington State Medicaid card replacement process right now.
Look, it is incredibly stressful to misplace such a critical credential. Whether it slipped out of your pocket on the bus or somehow vanished into the abyss of your couch cushions, we have all been there. Okay, let's dive into this, because getting a replacement is actually incredibly easy, it's totally straightforward, and best of all, it is completely free of charge. You won't be penalized, and you definitely won't be left without options.
So, here's our playbook for today's explainer. We'll quickly look at Medicaid card importance, then understanding the need for a replacement, followed by a step-by-step replacement guide, a section on troubleshooting obstacles, and we'll wrap up with resources and contacts.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, Medicaid card importance, and specifically, the Provider 1 credential.
Before we talk about how to replace it, it really helps to understand what this piece of plastic actually does. In Washington State, when you're approved for Apple Health, you get what is officially called a Provider 1 Services Card. Now, this isn't just a standard ID. It features a unique 9-digit client identification number ending in the letters WA. And here is the absolutely crucial point. That number stays with you for life. Even if you have gaps in your coverage or switch between different managed care plans, that unique identifier is your permanent key to medical, dental, and vision benefits. Providers use it to ping the live state database and verify that you're actively enrolled.
To put the scale of this into perspective, over 2.5 million residents across Washington rely on this exact system. The Health Plan Finder connects folks to care, but the Provider 1 card acts as this broader, essential credential for social services. So missing this card? Yeah, it can cause some major administrative headaches. Not just at the doctor's office, but even for things like getting on local transit programs like the Orca Lyft Reduced Fare Program, which usually require proof of your Medicaid enrollment. Moving right along to Section 2, understanding the need, basically why replacements happen in the first place. Stuff happens, right? Cards go missing all the time, and we really want to normalize this. Whether your wallet was stolen, your card went through the wash and totally disintegrated, or you just lost it during a chaotic move, you are not in trouble. The state's healthcare authority provides multiple, easy replacement channels to ensure you can restore your access, and I'll say it again, it will never cost you a single dime.
So let's get into the how-to. Section 3, Step-by-Step Replacement. This is your guide to restoring access.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the multiple recovery paths the state has built depending on how fast you actually need that proof of coverage. Here's the overall journey. You prepare your info, pick your channel, submit the request, and get your card. But listen, I need you to pay very close attention to Step 1. Preparing your demographic info, specifically making sure your current mailing address is completely up to date in the state system, is absolutely critical. Because if you've moved and haven't updated your profile, your new physical card is going straight to your old apartment, and you'll be right back at square one.
Once your info is rock solid, you've got a choice to make. The state heavily recommends going digital first. If you have a smartphone, you can literally download the WAP Plan Finder mobile app and view a digital copy of your services card instantly. You don't even need to order a physical replacement if you just keep this digital copy on you. On the flip side, if you really want the physical plastic card, you'll have to wait. It gets printed by a state vendor and mailed through the USPS, which usually means waiting well over a week for it to show up.
Now, if you do prefer the physical card, and hey, a lot of people do, here are your go-to channels. You can log straight into the Provider 1 client portal at waprovider1.org/client. If you don't feel like logging in, just use the secure HCA contact web form. Just be sure to select Services Card from the little drop-down menu. And if you're offline, no problem. There's a 24/7 automated phone system at 1-800-562-3022. You just follow the prompts using your phone's keypad. Super easy.
But if you go the physical route, let's set some realistic expectations for the timeline. You submit your request on day 1. The absolute earliest you should even check your mailbox for it is day 7. And the standard maximum wait time, that's up to 10 business days. It's simply not an overnight process, mostly because the policy side and the actual card printing are handled by totally separate institutional entities.
All right, Section 4, Troubleshooting Obstacles. Let's talk about avoiding some common systemic pitfalls.
So what happens while you're waiting? Let's preemptively save you from some serious bureaucratic headaches. Please heed these warnings. First, like we said, verify that address. Second, the exact moment you order a new card, your old one is immediately deactivated in the system. So if you find your old card in your jacket pocket the very next day, sorry, it will not work. Third, and this is a huge one, do not drive down to a local DSHS community services office expecting them to just print a card for you. Local offices simply do not have the hardware to print these. They'll just point you to the lobby computers. And finally, if you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, don't panic. You are not locked out of care. Clinic staff are fully trained to verify your active enrollment using just your name and date of birth. So you can still get seen while you wait for the mail.
Now, it's also incredibly vital to know exactly which card you actually lost. In Washington, you generally carry two cards, the State Provider 1 card and your specific Managed Care Organization, or MCO, health plan card. If you lost your MCO card, like say your Molina or your Community Health Plan card, the state portals we just talked about cannot replace it. You have to contact your specific health plan directly for that. Each plan has its own toll-free support line, and thankfully, pretty much all of them offer their own slick digital options, like PDF downloads or dedicated member apps to get you an instant replacement.
And that brings us to Section 5, Resources and Contacts. These are your backup lifelines.
Let's pull together the specific resources you might need if your situation is a little more complex. The state system actually has built-in lifelines for vulnerable populations. For example, if you're an active foster youth under 21 or an alumni of the foster care system up to age 26, the state knows you might be dealing with housing instability or moving around a lot. By calling that main 800 number and entering extension 15480, you are fast-tracked directly to the foster care and alumni support team. These caseworkers can manually help you bypass the automated hurdles and make sure your coverage credentials actually get to you safely.
And for everyone else, here is your definitive contact recap. Seriously, you might want to screenshot this. The Medical Assistance Customer Service Line is what you call for those Provider 1 cards. The DSHS Contact Center is there to help if you need to update your address or demographic info. And the Washington Health Plan Finder Support Line is your absolute go-to if you're trying to set up that instant digital card on their app and need some tech help. I highly encourage you to share this explainer with family, friends, or literally anyone you know who's navigating the Apple Health system. Bureaucracy can be super intimidating, but as we've seen today, the solutions are actually right at your fingertips. Now, please keep in mind this vital disclaimer. While this information is accurate as of this recording, state processes are always subject to change. So you definitely want to verify the latest details directly with the Washington State Healthcare Authority. Knowing these recovery channels gives you such incredible peace of mind. By embracing the digital-first options, you literally hold your healthcare access right in the palm of your hand, completely bypassing those postal wait times. So I'll leave you with this final thought to ponder. How much easier and how much less stressful will your next clinic visit be now that your digital card is safely in your pocket? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and stay empowered.